I might sound a little bit corny or cringe in this video, particularly not. I'm not saying that like other videos were fine, but relatively more cringe is because I feel like I'm losing the kind of social relationships in exchange of knowing the truth about myself, and it's not something I'm very proud of, since I always think that if I actually know the truth, let's say, if I reach to the point where I can kind of like see all things differently and understand the stuff that most people will never be able to in their entire life. And most importantly, if I say this multiple times in my YouTube channel, I said this multiple times in my YouTube channel, but if I was smart enough, like those, if I was smart enough, I would have been able to use this use this to my advantage. I wouldn't have been eaten by this knowledge, so-called knowledge, since I think that I now don't even think at this point I don't even think that I know it. I just think that I know it in on the surface. Maybe it's slightly deeper than the kind of surface that most people know, but like still its surface. I didn't actually go like academically, you know, being able to actually become a professionally good at it. And I came to this realization that we we know much less than we think, even about ourselves and about the people that we love, and about just like in general. Like Socrates said, like know yourself, but like it's not like know your ground. Like you and I are this different, so like know yourself where you are, like know your place, kind of thing. Not at all. He said it in like that implies much more. Like the core idea of his philosophy is all about how how stupid we are, actually, like how stupid and ignorant we are, like how we all want to give validations and recognize when we know about one thing that not many people seem to know, like from what we see. If you like found this stone that seems beautiful and shiny, then you want to get validations from others, like look at this, people, like I got this, I found this through this hard journey that I've been through to find this stone, like we all want to get the kind of applause and credit when we achieve something. And oftentimes we want to get more than what we actually deserve. And the same thing goes with when we actually earn something, you achieve something through, like you actually were you had to you gone through so many things, and you have to focus on about one thing your entire life. You only thought about one thing, that one thing, every single time, every single second of the day, and you finally get it, and you feel like you're superior than others. You want to like brag about this, and it gets more dangerous once it's socially, like objectively accepted. Like, oh well, he has, he has lots of money. Yeah, he's a millionaire. I mean, we really cannot say something about someone like him. He actually earned it, so like I guess he can be cocky and be like feeling too like full of himself and kind of things. But I don't know, like I kind of get it in a sense, but maybe it's just because I don't understand, since I don't have like fuck you money, like fuck your amount of money, or like not a single um asset, let's say. But my point being, when people don't find the kind of validations, or if they don't get the validations or recognitions from others in our exterior lives, then we tend to seek it internally. We try to, just like I what I did, we try to isolate ourselves, or trying to learn stuffs that not many people try to learn, to kind of feel uniqueness, you know? Just like how I ended up being so obsessed with linguistics or books, you know? All really came down from like coping, you know? It's just a coping mechanism. Like I wanted to protect myself, protect my ego. Like they deny me, they don't invite me to any threats or parties, like badass, you know how like Mexican people love parties, by the way. And I don't know about like any other states in the United States other than Texas, maybe like Dallas a little bit, but I don't know. Like they have this some kind of like any kind of party every single week, and I wasn't invited, and I was invited a couple like two times in my entire life. While living 10 years there. It's not pity, like I don't want to get pity from this. Like I'm not saying like, oh, how pity I am. Like please, uh, feel sad about me and kind of things. But no, it really is not. It really is not. Promise. It just it. I think at the end, like I'll be happy about how I came, what I became, and I used to think that it was a curse. I used to think that it's so tragic how people go through so many things that like it's like not even some kind of like you had to do it because you were forced to, or you had to protect your family, or kind of things, the kind of narratives that many uh appealing, let's say interesting villains get in nowadays medias, and then not even nowadays. Even Dark Vader is a very good example of this. Even though he's evil, he's got the kind of all these stories behind him, plots and the reasons why he turned to evil, But like it's scratch that, but like in reality, we humans, like including you, me, your parents, your grandparents, who seem wholesome and hasn't like have never gone through, like have never been even be mad about something, like they all have their shames. I feel like I'm not saying like since I have shame, you all should have shame, regardless of how you live. Like I don't care, you have shame, since you're a human. Not, but another kind of thing. Maybe it sounds like it, but it's like more like I feel like it. We try so hard to like label ourselves, and we all are fakes, and we all try to like wear these masks in front of everyone, in front of others. It all comes down to, I think, how dishonest we are, dishonest this society is, and even to ourselves, we often try not to confront the actual problem until it grows so big inside you to the point where you can't deal with it, and it's either you cut this tree down or you get eaten by it. So you're just like crying and like, "Oh, I just gotta do it," but like you start doing it a couple of days, and then you already get used to it, and see like what happens in a month. It's already gone, you already took all the trees, you cut down the tree and took all the roots out, and it's gone. You don't need that much time if you actually focus on that one problem that you have. But like we all are humans, just like we all do every single day. We all make the same mistakes we make, and we try not to confront it, we try not to tackle it, but at the end we tell others to do so, we tell our youths to do so, enjoy your time, or like kind of like we like how adults try to, like I don't mean this in derogative way, like belittle way. How do I say, like I'm not saying they are wrong. I mean, yeah, they are wrong, but like I'm not insulting them in any ways. I'm not trying to say less of them, because that's what they were taught by the adults when they were when they were little. and it goes on and on. I think it's just the kind of cycle that I honestly don't see like it like any generation actually escaping until any kind of like humanoid comes in, and like the technology and biology science combines with us humans, and now we have like gazillion terabyte memories, and we no longer the kind of humans that we were. Well, we already are the kind of humans we were like millions of years ago, but yeah, maybe in that sense, it really doesn't have to do with science and kind of things. Maybe just evolution will change us one day. But like just in general, I feel like life really isn't the kind of thing that should be this serious. But since we live so much longer, like how crazy it is, um, how we used to live for like 20 to 30 years back then, and since like I don't know, like in millions of years, the average lifespan increased for like 5 to 10 years, and in like the late hundreds of years, like was it like three to like not even three, like 2 to 3 hundreds, now we live till like 80, 90, even 100, like you see someone who lived 100, and it's not even that big of a surprise, like wow, like good for him, good for her, wow, like I don't even know if it's good, like to be honest, like if you would you be happy if you could live longer than 100, like longer than I don't know, like 70, 80? Yeah, maybe 70 is way too young to die, let's say, nowadays, but I don't know, like you might even see your own child die, like let alone like how do I say this? Like we don't even know about you. We are gonna have offsprings one day, but let's just say that we do. It'd be tragic. I don't even know what I'm yapping, to be honest. I don't even know what I'm yapping. Honestly, like I'm not the kind of person who should just sit here and talk about the kind of things that I don't even understand in the first place. So I don't know, like I actually thought of cutting this video, like stop recording this, stop yapping, and just looking in my studies in the first a couple of minutes, and I just started yapping just because that's what I do usually. Maybe this video won't even get uploaded. We never know, but like there's so many videos that I just talk like this, and I end up not uploading just because like it has no core, like it has nothing. It has no message at all. Like maybe the message is like we don't know a damn thing about this world, and we all want to be this big, like adult who knows everything, and we not actually like we want to be, because we also get like inherit, or like we are forced to play this role, the kind of roles that society forces us to, and this pressure is really strong, like especially when you are a very social person, or you are very like a family guy, it's really hard to ignore, and you become that person while playing the role. So I guess that's fair, but you'll never actually be the kind of person who knows everything, because like even one of the greatest minds in our history, in our human history, like at the end, I think they all said the kind of similar things, like like in a different ways, but like just like what Socrates said, like I said earlier, we don't know a damn thing. Like he even openly stated so many times about how he's not the kind of person who should teach, or like I'm paraphrasing this. Obviously, I'm not remembering. I don't remember like word by word, but in apology, like he said numerous times that like they are misinterpreting me, like I'm not in any, I don't have any right to teach, or you know teach the young people and manipulate them. I guess like I don't know if it's a weird way, it's a weird thing to kind of like compare me with Socrates, but I think that we all can compare us with Socrates. Like whenever you feel like, I don't know, you feel good about being about yourself, or you feel good about yourself to the point like you want to kind of look down on others. Maybe do so a couple of days and promise to come back. I guess, we all are driven by emotions and motivations. So like, as long as you don't actually harass anyone, like you just play the kind of bad villain, bad guy, like Bruce Wayne. I don't, Bruce Wayne's actually not a bad guy. What am I even yapping? Like, this cool ass villain. Like I'm the best. Then just do it in your head, just like we all do. I think we all have that kind of period of time. I don't know, once a month or so, when you like when everything when everything lines up perfectly in that one day, and you just start performing so well in what you're doing, and you just like, you just feel good about yourself, and you're feeling so big. And I don't know if it's just me, then I might just be a weirdo, but I think we passed through that. Like me being a weirdo isn't even a thing anymore. But anyways, yeah, this video is such a chaos. I would say, like, so many stutters. I didn't even write anything before recording this. I just started recording, and I don't know if it's I actually don't know what am I yapping. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. If you are still watching, you're a legend. Um, I'll see you tomorrow, I guess, or later when I finish my study. I might record about a about an idea, but I've been thinking about a lot lately. But I couldn't really like write something about it, so maybe not. We'll see.